So I'm actually working on a scarf right now. It's made out of the yarn that I used for a sleeve, like a bolero, way back when. I used to wear this a lot last summer, but it's not really something that I'm interested in wearing anymore. So I was like, I really like the colors, and I'm trying to work on my winter wardrobe. So I was like, maybe I should just make a scarf with it. I'm knitting it in with garter stitch because I've seen a lot of patterns with garter stitch. I'm like, I think garter stitch is actually really nice. I know people usually always use stockinette for like patterns for knitting, but I think there's something about the garter stitch. I really like it. So I like the colors. I like how it's going. This is like the second scarf I'm working on right now. There's another scarf I did. I tried to do double knitting, but I really regret it because it takes so long. Like honestly, if I did regular knitting, that scarf would be done because it's like double the work to get like one length that you want. I'm going to keep working on this. I finished my grad cap. Let me show you. This is what my grad cap looks like. See, it took me about a day or so to work on this, but I'm really happy with how it works. I like how it looks. I recorded a bit on like portrait mode so I could post like a regular video because I'm trying to kind of still be active on my Instagram, but I'm so unmotivated to work on them. I prefer to like just make longer videos, but I like how it is. It's like I thought you could see more of the textures. For this portion, I used a pattern, but from there I just started freestyling it to get the textures. I really like this yarn. I might make a pillow with this yarn. I have more of that. But then I was going to just do that. And my friend was like, "How about you do stars?" So it's like it looks like a night sky. So yeah, this is what I have. Hi, this is my progress with this scarf. I feel like I've made a long ways of progress since yesterday. It's been missing up so much faster and I'm so happy. But I always keep thinking about how the other things I need to do. I want to make the wisteria pillow for my dorm room. I want to also make a long sleeve shirt. And there's another scarf, like two other scarves I was working on already. But I think we'll try and finish this one up first. You can see there's a lot of loose ends. Like weave in there, space here, but I need to like you can see the space there. That right there. It's because I need to weave in some pieces because I really like this yarn. So soft, super soft. But it's like you know how yarn is usually like twined, like twisted. This one is just like it's not twisted. It's just like fibers squished together. It's like kind of like in a loose felted weave, but not really because you can pull the strands, but it's not individual strands, it feels more like fluff. So because that it like gets thick at some points and thin at other points, and sometimes like easily separates. So these points are where it like separated when I was trying to loosen it from the previous work that I had. This is the bolero I did with it last time. I'm probably gonna have some more yarn from when I'm done with this. Maybe I'll make like a top with it. There's this top, this open back top pattern by Red Bean that I have seen for a while and I really want to make it. This is over here. But I really want to make that. Maybe I'll use the remaining of that, but I'm just going to keep on working on this while watching YouTube. It's also so crazy because I have a runny nose, but it's literally 30 degrees outside. Like I actually do not know why, and it's actually kind of annoying because I keep sniffling, but it's hot, and I'm like, what's going on? I guess allergies, but just sniffles. Don't know what it could be. So new makeup look. This is what I'm going to do for my graduation tomorrow. Graduating tomorrow from high school. This is very exciting, very nerve-wracking. It's slowly dawning on me that I'm actually going to be not coming back to school. I went to school just today one last time to give some teachers some presents, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not coming back. I was truly like, It took me a whole minute to realize, but I'm not gonna be coming back. Unlike only like once or twice in the year to come see some teachers and tell them like a life update or what, you know. But yeah, like it's so crazy to me. I am back. It's currently July. It's not July. It's currently June 27th. I still going to PM the afternoon, and I just finished like a bunch of errands like around town, and I picked up a few things. Got a book. I've been wanting to read this book for a while. It's Yellow Face by R.F. Kwang. I think like I've watched someone talk about this book like months ago, and I remember hearing about this book around when it came out. And I know it's really good, so I was like, I need to try this. It's about this one author, this white author that pretends to be Asian in her books. Like she writes as if she's an Asian author, and that she gets a lot of people to write for her. That's the general idea. That's all I remember from this. I'm trying to get back into reading more often because in my major, I just finished high school and my major is going to be human rights and conflict studies, and there's going to be a lot of reading when I do that. I'm trying to get back into reading for fun and just like casual reading, because I feel like if I'm able to get back into it regularly during the summer, it's going to be much easier when I have to read books for school. So I'm trying to get back into that right now. So I'm really excited to read this book. I also have been working on other things. I've been working on a scarf. I checked seeing on this scarf a while ago. This is my progress with the scarf. It's so long. But I love the colorway, honestly. I'm so happy I chose this yarn. This is it on my neck so far. Not as long as I want it to be right now. It ends just right here. Definitely not as long as I need to be. I want to be able to wrap it around. Perhaps a bit, but I need to be much longer. And yeah, I'm making a lot of, it's summer, literally like 2 weeks ago it was like 30 degrees, but I'm making a lot of winter stuff because where I'm moving gets really cold, and I do not want to be freezing during that time. I think I want to be a bit cute if I'm freezing, you know. There's a bunch of things I want to make. I've been working on this scarf. There's another scarf I've been working on. This is the progress with that other scarf. I'm using moss stitch on there. If you see, every different row has been a different color. Much shorter. Barely made any progress. But I want to finish this, that, and there's another one that's upstairs. And honestly, I feel like I feel like I'm going to scrap this just because of how long it's taking. I do not know why I chose to do double knitting. I know people do double knitting for scarves, and truly if you do that, I do not know what monstrosity your brain is. They are able to actually sit down and do that because it takes so long, okay? You're doing twice the work for half of the results, okay? If you want to make one, if like I say I want to make one scarf, I have to be knitting twice the length of that scarf to get that one scarf. It takes so long. I have a bit of that yarn. I might just use a different skin of that yarn because that's a plain, just a plain colored one. I always have different colors, different types of like variations to choose from. So this one's like just loads of different colors, just a bunch of my scrap yarn. It's gonna go into this. It kind of has like a sense of like cohesion. Like you can see, it's mainly like cream. There's like a bunch of creams and like light brown, orange, yellows, and then there's tinges of blue all around. I'm kind of like losing the formation over here because I was running out of yarn, but I found more skeins to work on with this. So I think I need to like switch around from these more, but I'm gonna take a bit of a pause from some of these scarves to actually work on a long sleeve. I'm going to be freehanding this long sleeve. I was thinking about whether I should get a pattern on them as well. I've been enjoying like the challenge of freehanding a bunch of things recently. I have my swatches here. I love 3x1 again, 2x1 again. I do not know why 2x1 ribbon does not get enough love, but I love the look of 2x1. Yes, that's so nice. So I'm doing 2x1 ribbon for the neck, sleeves, and then the bottom of the top. I also do a swatch for the regular stocking that's also going to be the whole portion. I'm going to measure my neck and my head because the thing is that I need to make sure I can get over my head in the first place. I'm going to measure it when it's stretched and then use that measurement and my head measurement and figure out how many stitches I need to cast on. If you watched the previous vlog, you know I was actually making something else with this before. I wasn't liking how it was going and I was like, you know what? There's no point finishing a project if you're not going to like it. Like the whole point of making your own clothes is to make clothes that you like, something special for you that you're going to wear. There's no point of having it, making it or having it if you're not going to wear just a piece. It fits the whole purpose of making your own clothes, you know? My friend got me some merino luxury yarn for my birthday a few months ago, and I had been figuring out what I want to make with it for a while, and I think I'm going to make like those baklava bonnets, like the ones that like covers your neck and then it goes around your whole face, and it's just like your facial features showing. Anyways, I'm gonna get my book and I'm going to go get measuring tape. I'm going to get my book, measuring tape, and I'm going to start jotting things down so I can start working on the long sleeves. It's going to be a lot of floating whips, but by the hope of the whole end of the summer is I have all of these done, but you're only going to see a little smidge of this. Also, let me know what you want my vlogs to be. I'm like feeling with whether doing like weekly vlogs or like doing like little like trendy things like making something that Pinterest told me to do, or like making stuff in a week, or like giving myself like that. If there's any challenge you want to see me do, let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna get onto that. Hi, I just got my hair retwisted. It's so much longer now. It's actually so much growth since I first locked my hair. But that's besides the point. This is my progress with the turtleneck part of my long sleeve. Gonna try and put this around my head right now. Okay, it fits in just fine. I think I might stop it here and start doing some short rows for the back. So I'll probably do a bit of short rows for the neckline first and then start increasing more, just so it like doesn't ride up too much at the back. I'm freehanding this, so I'm not like exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do. I think I'm just gonna wing it. I'm referencing the Constellation sweater pattern that I bought for, because they did short rows in the back of the neck and on the sleeves to avoid like riding up in those areas. And though it was an oversized sweater, I'm going to try that now for something tighter, so issues will be more clear if there's a problem when I'm doing this. So I'm going to try and work this out and see what I need to do. I actually made a good progress with this. I finally figured out how to do the short rows for this. Had to watch like 3 different videos, did a bunch of calculations, but I think I got the short rows right. As this is the side without short rows, This is the side with short, so you can see it's clearly a lot more like knitting on the side. I'm now just doing regular knitting and then like the raglan increases. Let's try this on. Still like really happy that it actually fits over my head, but it seems to be sitting nicely already at the back. See? Now we're just gonna do increases for every row and just keep working down and down until we get to this. I think this is where I'm gonna stop referring to the constellation sweater, because I do want to work this raglan style. Constellation sweater is not a raglan. Like you work on a yoke and then you start and then you separate and do like the body by itself and then you join it with the sleeves, which is not what I want to do. That's not how I want to make like form this. So I'm just gonna do raglan increases like I normally do, and like most of the videos, like increasing in every row. So I get down to this portion and I like how it fits, and then I separate for the sleeve and the body. I like the color so far. Really hoping that I like how this one actually turns out versus the other stuff I was making. But this is what I'm doing right now. But I think I'm gonna do a little break to start making some dumplings. Yeah. So I'm like halfway through chapter 5 of this book right now, and I like it. Like I'm enjoying like reading this book. The protagonist is insufferable. It's actually insane how much she does like justifies to herself what she's doing right now. Like it's actually kind of crazy, like the hoops and bounds she's jumping in her head. Like actually what I'm doing is amazing, and I'm sure Athena would have loved that I'm sure Athena would have loved that I stole her book after seeing her lifeless corpse on the ground when I was not able to resurrect her. Honey, that you're actually doing a service, that you're actually doing. Hello, who are you? Talking about I've never been able to write better before because honey, your book barely sold. And you think you're a good writer now? After having a full draft handed to you, it doesn't really sound like you were a great writer. After reading that chapter 1, how chapter 1 ended, I was like shocked, and I was like, oop, and I just keep reading more. I'm a really slow reader. I've been on this book for at least a few hours, but I'm only like 60 pages. I really like the book. It's really nice so far. I'm interested in how this is going to end. Because I like it's like an unreliable narrator in the sense, clearly intense on not doing the right thing, but it's trying to justify not doing the right thing as it being the good thing. I'm sat, I'm reading, but I can't read anymore because currently 2:10 and there's no lunch made. And I have practice at like 8. I scheduled for practice for 8, so I have about 6 hours to make and eat food before that time occurs. So I'm gonna go do that. Today is Canada Day. It's a public holiday, so I'm actually going to be going out to go see some fireworks with some friends later on in the evening. But I got a notification from my library that the Poppy War is now available to be picked up. I told my friend I was reading Yellowface and she got so excited. A lot of like art punks books showing you again as if I haven't shown you throughout this whole vlog. But she really likes R.F. Kwang's book, but she's never read Yellow Face. She's read Babel. I also have Babel in my house. It's such a really long book though. I'm gonna work up to it. I don't think it takes me a long time. I've read like 600-page books before, but it takes me a really long time to get through. She's read Babel and she really liked the public one. Really liked it. So I was like, okay, let me check if my library has it, and it does. I love this library so much. I had a receipt. I don't think I'll ever find it, but I had this receipt that was like, oh, found it. They said, oh, do you want the receipt? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was wondering, what does the receipt say on the thing? And it like just gives you like a little bit of information like the book and code. And then it tells you that it was like, oh, I just saved $37 by using the library. And I've only saved that amount this year. I haven't borrowed a book all year. Halfway through the year, I haven't borrowed a single thing. But since I've been using the library, I've only saved, I've saved about 2.6k, which is pretty good. But then that comes to my mind, I'm like, I could have saved like 10k right now. So like now my brain is like, I should be reading more to see like how much I could like be saving just by using my library. My progress with this long sleeve. I just closed the book. My progress with the long sleeve, still definitely working up on the yoke. This is the front here, and this is the back, and then you got the sleeves over on the side. You can see it really hasn't gone much anywhere right now. Like I'm like kind of here. I definitely need to do at least double the amount of rows I have here right now until I'm done with the yoke. But I think I'm probably going to be ending the vlog soon. I have recorded a bit. I think my goal would be to either make a bunch of progress on this scarf. I have made a lot of progress on this scarf. I'll show you. It's so much longer now. I still can't like wrap it as much as I want to yet, but like lots of progress for sure. We'll definitely keep their scarves this step for sure, but I want it to be a little bit longer. It does feel very cozy. I'm very happy with this yarn, and I like how the colors radiate from it, but definitely want to work on this scarf. Okay, today is July 8th, and I am hoping this is going to be the last day for this vlog. I wanted to end this with something being done. I didn't want to just like finish a bunch of whips and just leave you like that. I think today might be the last day because we have made a bunch of progress on the scarf. How much I've made with the scarf right now. It ends around here, which I think is a pretty nice spot to end this scarf, to be honest. I do have like a bunch more yarn still, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the rest. I do want to make an open back top, so maybe I'll use it for that. I think I'm just going to unravel a few more rows and end it here. This is the final scarf, and I am very happy with how it turned out. It ends just around here. Like just above my waist, mid waist. I like how it looks. I really like the colors. Like this yarn was really nice. I like how the colorway was. So that's why I use it for the brush project. And I'm happy how it looks with this project now. It's definitely like giving like awesome vibes too with it, like the fall with the browns and the greens. So I think this is gonna be something I'm gonna be wearing a lot. I'm definitely gonna be wearing scarves a lot. That's why I have a bunch of other scarves I'm working on. I got 2 other scarves right now. One that I want to frog and make in a different way because it's taking way too long. No reason why scarf should be taking that long now. But there's that. And I think we're gonna end this here with this one finished project. I still have a long sleeve shirt that I am working on, and I will hopefully finish that in the next vlog. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you again for watching if you got to the end. I have other videos if you want to look at them, or you can wait a bit till I bring up the next one, your choice. But it's been nice having you around. My name is Tarie, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.